Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is Susan, and I am here to do something a little bit different with y'all today. Let me unplug that, get that cord out the way. I was inspired to do a what's in my journal bag after watching my friend Carrie show what she carries in hers. And then I did one, but I forgot one of the important things. Because it's not something I use every day in my journaling. I just once in a while pull it out and have some fun. But I know that Carrie does do some painting in her junk journaling. So I've had these for several years. I don't even know what brand they are. There's nothing on them. These are watercolor pencils. And I'm going to show y'all what I did with them last night while I was watching a podcast and playing around. And this is what I did last night, y'all. You kind of draw with the pencil and then use a water brush over it. And it like melts the pencil into the paper. So I use these, Carrie. They're an easy addition. They don't take up a lot of room. You see, I mean, it's 12 of them. They don't take up a lot of room. Is it 12? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, 12 of them. They don't take up a lot of room. You have to carry a pencil sharpener with you. But I use this water brush, and they sell these water brushes at Dollar Tree and Walmart and Michael's and Hobby Lobby, all over the place. They probably sell them on Temu if you like to buy your art supplies on there. I've been using this one, and it looks a mess. It looks like it's all stained and gross, but it's really not. I might need to go put some water in it. I just squeeze water through it to clean it, to get it back to, it's not gonna, this is not gonna turn back white again, but you can squeeze water through it to clean it until you get clear water coming out. But so I use these, and I also use this little watercolor palette. This is what the water pen came with. I got this with this watercolor pad from a company Christmas party a couple of years ago. They sell these at Walmart. This is like a little sponge area where you can clean your brush off. But look at all the paint in here. I have not figured out yet how the colors, like this, it's easy to see. The 001, what is that? 005 and 006. And then I guess here it's 8, 11, 9, and 13. But then this one I'm not sure, because maybe it's 18, 19, 20, 25, and 27. And then over here you've got 29, 31, 36, 38, 40, and 43. With these colors, you can make almost any color in the world. I mean, you can make any color in the world with your primary colors, but with this set, you can do anything. And these paints are so concentrated. Let me get some water in the water brush, and I'm going to show y'all how this works. I've also got a set of brushes, watercolor brushes here, that my friend Elena gave me with the, let me rinse it out and put some water, wait, not that one, this one. Rinse it out and put some water in it. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I should have done that before I started recording and I forgot about it. This is just a little skincare sample container that is empty, and I put water in it to kind of clean off my brushes sometimes. I also use it, keep water in it to use with my fountain pens. Like if I change the ink cartridge and need to clean out the nib, I just dip it in here and kind of write with it until it gets clear. But that's just the way I keep a little bit of water with me over here. And then this one now, I've got water in it. And I'll show y'all how easy this is to work with. The pencils are ridiculously easy. The paint, I'm still learning to do the paint. You know, you don't have as much control. You got to be careful. If you use too much water, it just goes everywhere. If you don't use enough water, your colors don't flow. But let me sharpen this pink one up some, and I'm going to do a I'll do a pink ghost, and I'll kind of show you from start to finish. It's a simple little shape. And then here's like the back side of the ghost. So you see, I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. Go back, color it in. So Carrie, I think you would like this for your on-the-go junk journaling and junk planning. I have not experimented with a lot of different paper, just because I have the watercolor tablet, but I do want to experiment some and see how it works on some of the different planner papers. Now, where did I put the water pencil? I hear it, the water brush. I do want to experiment with some of the different papers and see. So you squeeze it, get the water in it. I don't even stay real, if I go outside my little drawing line, that's okay. And in fact, I like to, because when I go back and do my outlining, if that pencil is still thick right there, it doesn't want to, the pen doesn't want to write over it because it's kind of waxy like. So I do kind of go outside the lines, and that's okay. That's the nature of watercolor, you know. If you've ever done any kind of painting with watercolor, you know that's just the nature of it. And that's the look, you know, the look of watercolor. So you can do that. And I'm gonna go back with this purple. Looks like I lost a corner of it, and we're gonna do this one up here, that one right there. And I'll do some eyes. And this paint is really dry. You just wet the brush and dip it in there. There also, the back part, you've got palettes here where you can mix colors. I don't do that yet. I'm not there yet. Let me see. But this is a way you can combine using the pencils with the, now I'm going to make a little heart here. Whoopsie, too much water. To make the little face, we could put a bow up here to make it extra girly, an extra girly ghost. And if you get it drier, you can go back and add some darker details into it. Like some little creases in there and folds. And some shadow. The mouth did not work out so good. I had too much water in the brush. I usually do my mouth with just little hearts and then a line from each side of it. Didn't work so well for her. Didn't work so well. But this is just a real fast little example. That did not work out so well for her. Her little mouth is kind of funky looking. But you know what you can do? You add more water to it. Take it off. Watch this. Take it off. Then go back into the pink and blend the pink over it. And if you need to let it dry and go back and put more pink pencil over it, you can do that. I'm just using the wet brush to pull some pink out of these sections back up over the mouth here. And I'm gonna let it dry good. But these I actually did with some brush markers. I did this brush marker point is a mess, y'all. It's a hot mess. I just did the pumpkin kind of shape and colored it in a little bit and then used the water brush over it. And then when it dried, I used a Sharpie marker. Believe it or not, these two are from the same color pen. I believe it's this one. Let me see. It's that one. I did this pumpkin and it's really saturated. Then over here, I just kept going with the water brush from here to here, going back and forth with it. The brown in these leaves is not pencil. It's this pen from Hobby Lobby. And I kind of just zhuzhed in a little bit of the color, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. Because most of those markers are water-based, you can go over those markers and drag that color around. There's the little pumpkin stem. And I like watercolor when it goes outside the lines a little bit. It's more real. You can tell it's something done by hand, not with a computer. And I think that's part of the charm of, we can add a little brown down here. Add some. We can pick up a little bit and add some at the bottom of these pumpkins. Well, let me look. Let's see. I'll use this big end of it. I'll put down some. And I believe, I have not experimented with it, but I believe you can do the same thing with Crayola markers because they're water. So we're getting the shadow in here. But yeah, y'all, it's not, you have to just get past the fear. That's my biggest hang up with it, is getting past the fear, because I'm such a scaredy cat about messing things up and wanting things to be perfect. Well, watercolor is one of those things that's not going to be perfect. It's just not. It's the nature of it. You're dealing with an element of earth, and it's going to do what it's going to do. So there you go. And it really is, you could go with just this and do so much, or go with the pencils and a brush, or a set of brushes like that if you wanted to. The markers like this from Hobby Lobby. Let me try a Crayola marker and see how it works. Because like I said, I have not experimented with watercolor painting with them, but I feel like it would work. Like, let's go ahead and make this into a pumpkin shape. My little niece, well, it's my golly, I don't even know how to, my cousin's granddaughter told me that my pumpkins look like butts. I told her she had a dirty mind, but okay, we've all got one, not what the big deal is. But I think that now, you couldn't do this on a thin paper because it takes quite a bit of water to get these around. But I do like how you get kind of the dimension and texture that you get from your lines, from your marker. And you can go back after it's dry and add more detail if you want to. But watch this. I don't want to do it while it's wet. Let me dry these up. I don't want to do it while it's wet. Let's see. See if we can pick up some more of this brown. Now, that may spread some, but that's okay too. Oh, look, I can go back now and do the little mouth, or actually I can just use the purple pencil and go back on here and do her little, do a little heart shape. That's my favorite kind of mouth. It's just a little heart shape with little lines on it. Go back and add some little lashes. It's not totally dry. I can tell the paper feels soft when I go over it. But then after it dries, I use a Sharpie like this and go back and add detail. Like, are these leaves dry? Go back and add the center part of a leaf, the center stem. You have to wait till it's dry though, because I didn't really wait very well. This one's still wet, that one's still wet. But y'all, it's so easy. So you really can do this with any kind of water-based marker, I'm guessing. You can also, where do I keep putting my water brush? You can also wet your paper. Then go on with, I can't even see my wet paper. Then go on with the pencils. And you see how it waters out those lines? We can make it darker in the middle. And then go back in and put this orange. And that's how you can get more definite lines. It gives you a whole different look from if you color it with the color pencil first and then go back and, I wish these would dry so I can show you how I do the details in them. I do a real dotted kind of line because I don't like just a solid black line on my stuff. And like the ends of the ribbon, if you like them dovetailed, you can just go back and make that dovetailed shape over it. You know, it doesn't have to be an exact thing. And there you go, y'all. It's really that, it really is that simple. And yeah, my stem kind of bled down in here, but that's okay. And there you go. I usually just use this to draw a curly stem and then do a leaf, or do 2 leaves. Go back and color them in like that. Then use the water brush and get some water in there and move that color around. And if it comes outside the line, that's okay too. But you see, my brown was too wet when I put it down here, and it bled down onto the pink because that pink was still wet. But the thing is, you can do this to give it a little more dimension and texture and some kind of light and shadow. But y'all, it's that easy. So Carrie, now you know you can get kind of a watercolor look on the go using the Crayola markers and a water brush. The better results come from the watercolor pencils or using a little watercolor palette. And y'all, this is all you need. And you can even stick a bottle of water in your bag, and there you go. That's all you really need. I just want to show y'all that because we have been talking about journaling on the go, junk journaling. I know Carrie junk journals and is building a junk planner for herself. But I wanted to show y'all some of the other options besides what I showed y'all the other day in my journaling bag, because I don't usually do junk journaling away from home. I'm usually doing that at home. That's like my relaxation kind of thing. But this pencil sharpener, I don't know if it has a brand on it or not. It is phenomenal. It's the lid, it looks plastic, but it's all metal inside, and it is sharp, and it always gives me the best point on my pencils. But I'm sharpening these all up because I noticed last night some of them were down dull. But y'all, that's how easy it is, you know, to give a watercolor look to your journals and planners. And I do think I want to make a concentrated effort to do more in my planners with the watercolor and see how it works on different kinds of paper. This is, like I said, this is watercolor paper, and if you give me just a second, I can tell you how heavy it is. I would like to try it on like an onion skin type paper, if you know what that is, and see how the watercolor works on there. This is 300 GSM paper, so it's like a cardstock. Different papers have different absorbencies. I know construction paper is like a daggum sponge. It's hard to paint on. But yeah, I've also done some on poster board, like on the shiny side of poster board, and it's really cool. But y'all, that's it. I've only tried these brushes once or twice maybe with the paint. But most of the time what I end up doing is just using the pencils and using the water brush. Or if it's a big space to color in, I'll use a bigger brush like this, dipped in a little bit of water and done like that. But I want to share that with y'all because there you go. Another way to add another dimension to your journaling or planning. And you can do it on the go and not take up a lot of room. And it's not heavy. And that's it. Bye, y'all.